Here are some key facts about gun rights in the United States. Second Amendment. The foundation of gun rights in the U.S. is the Second Amendment to the Constitution, which states, "A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms, shall not be infringed." This amendment has been interpreted by the U.S. Supreme Court to guarantee an individual right to bear arms for self-defense. Supreme Court rulings. District of Columbia v. Heller, 2008. The Supreme Court ruled that the Second Amendment protects an individual's right to keep and bear arms for traditionally lawful purposes, such as self-defense within the home. This was a landmark decision because it was the first time the court explicitly recognized an individual right to firearm possession unconnected with militia service. McDonald v. City of Chicago, 2010. This decision extended the Heller ruling to apply to state and local governments, incorporating the Second Amendment through the 14th Amendment's Due Process Clause. New York State Rifle and Pistol Association Incorporated v. Bruin, 2022. The court struck down New York's may issue concealed carry law, holding that the Second Amendment includes the right to carry a handgun for self-defense outside the home. It also set a new standard for evaluating gun laws, requiring them to be consistent with the text, history, and tradition of the Second Amendment. State versus federal laws. While federal laws set a baseline for gun regulations, states have considerable latitude in how they regulate firearms. Constitutional carry. As of 2024, 29 states allow constitutional carry, where no permit is required to carry concealed firearms. Permit requirements. Some states still require permits for concealed carry, and the specifics can vary widely, from shall issue to may issue systems before the Bruin decision. Background checks. The Brady Handgun Violence Prevention Act, 1993, mandates background checks for firearms purchased from licensed dealers. However, private sales or sales at gun shows, depending on state laws, might not require these checks in some states. Gun ownership statistics. The U.S. has one of the highest rates of civilian gun ownership in the world, with estimates suggesting there are more firearms than people in the country. Around 33.6% of U.S. adults reported owning a gun, according to a 2023 Pew Research Center survey. Restrictions on ownership. Federal laws prohibit certain categories of people from owning guns, including felons, those with domestic violence restraining orders, and individuals involuntarily committed to mental institutions. However, state laws can add or modify these restrictions. Current political debate. Gun rights remain a highly debated topic. Advocacy groups like the National Rifle Association, NRA, actively campaign for the expansion of gun rights, while groups like Everytown for Gun Safety push for more stringent gun control measures. There's a significant divide in public opinion, with many Americans supporting both gun rights and some forms of gun control. For instance, a majority support background checks for all gun sales, but there's less consensus on issues like assault weapons bans. Recent developments. Efforts for national concealed carry reciprocity have been a focus, with the NRA advocating for laws that would recognize concealed carry permits across state lines. These facts illustrate the complex landscape of gun rights in the U.S., shaped by constitutional law, judicial interpretation, and ongoing political and cultural debates.